Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Ryder, and this is a beginner's guide to Widowmaker. In this video, we will go over the basic abilities and play style of Widowmaker, so you can kind of jump into quick player competitive and have an idea of what to do. I'm going to go over, her strengths and weaknesses, how her abilities work, a couple of things that you can try to kind of improve things. Keep in mind, in order to master a hero in Overwatch, it will take practice, and you're going to need to devote a lot of practice to it. This is just kind of a way to get you started so that you're not going in completely blind and just wondering how the hero works. As always, guys, if you like the video, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you have any further questions. Ding the notification bell and check the description down below so you can see where my Twitch channel is, and you can follow me there, and I stream there pretty often. Anyway, without further ado, let's jump into Widowmaker. So Widowmaker has been around since Overwatch 1, since the very beginning of the game. She has undergone very few changes, so not a lot has changed with her. If you played her in Overwatch 1, she's pretty much the same in Overwatch 2, but nevertheless, if you're new, this will kind of be a good opening thing. Widowmaker is what we call a sniper hero. So all of her things is a ranged thing, which means you want to set up somewhere that you can really line up shots and be away. Play behind the shield, play the high ground, play in a hidden area where people don't know where you're going to be. Don't get caught out in the open. Widowmaker only has 200 HP. If she's pressured and caught out in the open, she will die pretty easily. As far as her primary fire, she has her Widow's Kiss assault rifle. She has two things. Her primary fire, which is just her auto fire in close range. Doesn't do a lot of damage, but in a pinch, you can kind of defend yourself if someone comes at you in a direct thing. Headshots do a little bit more damage, but it's obviously not what her bread and butter is. Her bread and butter is her right click, which is her scoped shot. As you can see, when you're scoped up, you have a percentage bar there at the bottom, or a percentage amount at the bottom of the crosshairs. That indicates the power of your shot. You should always try and go for a 100% shot if possible. From a distance, no matter the distance, there is no bullet drop off with Widowmaker. You shoot the body, you do about half health, quarter health, 3/4 health, something like that. It depends kind of on the target. Now, yeah, if you hit a headshot with Widowmaker, pretty much any hero in the game, with the exception of high health DPS and tanks, are just deleted by a headshot with Widowmaker. You should always try to go for the headshot anytime you have the opening. It does take practice to land your headshots, but when you get good at it, you will absolutely decimate an enemy team if you're good enough. Now, that being said, don't just go for headshots. Don't sit here and like constantly wait for the opening of the headshot and keep missing your target over and over again. Body shots are still damage. You should still go for a shot, even if you think it's going to hit the body. It's still damage, and you still do quite a bit amount of damage with a body shot. As you can see, some of these bots that I'm shooting are getting dropped to half health, if not 3/4 health. And if you're communicating with your team, when you get someone low, they can kind of finish off the pick after they shoot them. But like I said, you should definitely go in the range and practice your headshots so that you can really capitalize the damage output that Widowmaker is potentially able to have. Now, one thing to note, she also has her grappling hook. This is basically your getaway. You should use it to get to your high places like you saw me do at the beginning of the video. And you can also do a couple of different things. It has a 12-second cooldown, so you really don't want to just use this willy-nilly and just kind of throw all over the place. You want to use this, get up to high ground, get away. If you're scoping at the enemy team and someone comes from the left and starts shooting you, you can use it to get away and get away from them quick. Obviously, if they're a dive hero, they'll follow you, but in most instances, this is a way to kind of get away, get back to your team, get to a way, just kind of peel away so you can recover, get back in position. It's also a good way to land trick shots. This takes practice. I'm not even really that good at it, but if you line up your shot, you do get some pretty good air, and if you're good enough, you can land a shot mid-air. You see a lot of high-end players do this. It's really tricky to do. It takes a lot of practice. This is something you can work on in the practice gallery. It's kind of launching yourself in the air and then shooting down below. It's kind of a good way to get some easy picks. But all in all, for the basic abilities of the grappling hook, use it to get to high ground, use it to run away. Her other ability is her poison mine. Okay, her venom mine. This is a trap that basically she can place anywhere she wants. You can place it if you know there's only like one pathway up to where you're at. You can place it there, and it will alert you if someone is heading in your direction, because you will get an alert that it has been triggered. When it is triggered, it will poison the enemy, dealing ticking damage, and it will tag them and make them go red where you can see them through walls. I think it also works for your teammates, but don't hold me to that. I'm not sure on that one, but it does tag them for you. Which can allow you to line up shots. Another thing you can do with the venom mine, and this is something that I kind of do if I'm not in an area where like there's only one entrance or exit, I just fire it into the enemy team. Fire it into the enemy team. It's free damage. You know, you might kill somebody, you might tag somebody, line up a shot, or you might line up a kill for one of your teammates by having them have that ticking damage, and then the teammate's able to finish them off. So don't just hold on to it for that one occasion. Use it proactively. Use it in a fight. It is free damage, and it's actually a respectable amount for what it is. Last but not least is her ultimate, which is her infra sight. With the infra sight, this grants you and yourself the ability to see everyone on the map and where they're at through walls. This is great for teammates, but it's especially great for you, because you can see if someone's about to peek around a corner. You can line up the shot, and the minute that they go around that corner, you can just drop them. It's a great way for Widowmaker to land a couple of free headshots without really having to think about it, because they'll see the target coming before the target even knows she's there. So, you know, as I said, Widowmaker, she's one of the higher skill cap heroes. You hear the term a lot in competitive that Widowmaker players are throwing. And that's not entirely true. Widowmakers in general, if you play Widowmaker well enough and you know how to do her, you will absolutely carry your team with Widowmaker. As far as strengths and weaknesses, she is stronger against pretty much any really low health hero. You know, Reaper really struggles against her because he has to get up close to really do any respectable amount of damage. So, you know, her being at a distance, she's gonna just absolutely delete him. Same goes with heroes like Junkrat. You know, heroes like the first ones that come to mind really is Junkrat and Reaper. Bastion is also pretty weak against her as well. As far as strengths that she has, or as far as weaknesses, she has any dive hero: Genji, Tracer, Winston, you know, Pharah is actually kind of weak against her, to be honest. But any kind of dive hero: Winston, Genji, Tracer, they are very deadly against Widowmaker because they push her out of position and force her into uncomfortable spots. If you find yourself being harassed by a Genji or a Tracer that are very well, or a Winston or a Diva that really know what they're doing and know how to dive, I would highly recommend swapping off of Widowmaker to a different hero, or really alerting your team, communicating to them that you need peels because you are being harassed. Remember, this is a counterplay game. It is not a solo game. So if you are being forced out of position and it is making you difficult to really line up your shots, definitely consider swapping off of her, because a Widowmaker that's being harassed, forced out of position, and not able to land her shots effectively is effectively a waste of a hero. But with that, that is the beginner's guide for Widowmaker. Please let me know in the comments down below if you have any comments, questions, or suggestions. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that happy stuff, and I will see you in the next video. Y'all have a good one. Thanks.